This is my 1987 Dodge Ram Charger, and at the end of last year, I kind of wrecked it. And then I put it back together, and then I took some parts from it, and so it wasn't running. It wasn't until my helper Zach actually convinced me that it's like really cool, until I was like, okay, let's put it back on the road. So today, that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be fixing everything I took off of it and getting it ready to go for a secret mission. In October, I was having issues with the fueling system on it, and I was getting really frustrated at the competition I was at, so I decided to just neutral drop it into an obstacle, the hardest obstacle of the day, and it exploded the whole rear end. It was, I'm not being dramatic, that's like actually what happened. It was super dramatic actually. So we messed that up, broke some leaf springs, had to get a new drive shaft because that was barely holding on, but then we got it all back on the road. And then I tore it apart again because I wanted the gears and lockers out of it to be changed to something else. They were too low of gears. So we pulled those out, put them in a race car, and ever since then, it's been sitting. So let's start by getting it from where it's been sitting for the last couple months and pulling it in the shop to fix it. Alright, so we're starting with the rear axle because we gotta start somewhere. A big thing though about today is we're gonna be teaching Zach how to set up gears. Zach, come here. So yeah, let's open this cover and get it all cleaned out because I'm sure there's a bunch of dirt and stuff in there. And then we can actually get to setting up gears with tools I don't use very often. Tighten it down and everything. Alright, so the carrier we are using is a Yukon zip locker. It's what we had in it before. We just needed to swap the gears out because I didn't like how low geared it was, especially with the doubler that's in it now. There's just no need to be, 538 low. So we're going to a 513. Which, now that I think about it, is probably not low enough. Probably want to go to like 488. 1 to 538. 1 rotation to 5 turns. 5.38. Now we're changing it 1 to 5.13. So if we did 1 to 1, super fast. That is crazy fast. The lower the number, the higher the gear. The higher the number, the lower the gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would you go? So you want to go higher geared than even 513s?
No. Yes. No. 488 is higher than 513. It's dumb. All right. We need to get this bearing pressed onto this pinion shaft. Make sure everything's clear of dirt and debris, and then. What we're going to do is just kind of heat this up a little bit. Press the pinion on, or we pressed the pinion bearings in and got the pinion in the carrier. Got the locker with the ring gear put on, just barely did that, and now we can actually set it up in there and get it kind of test fitting. I'm hoping that we can get it close really fast because I still have the old shims that I used, so that may or may not help us. Where's the caps? Huh. I'll be right back. I found them. They were in a box over on the other side. That goes right there. Yeah. This is why you mark your brand caps, Zach. Otherwise we wouldn't have known. When you take them apart, you you stamp 2 dots into it. And then on the housing, you stamp 2 dots on the same side, like upper, upper. Because when these housings are machined, they're machined with these bolted in. So you can't, or you're not supposed to interchange them. There we go. Oh, heck. So I reused my old shims that I had in there, because that was correct. So that will get me started with it. So now I just need to start working my way down. Yeah. Okay. That's a very good place to start. What we're looking for on this, I can already tell you that it needs to go that way because there's too much clay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're looking for... Yeah, I saw a video on this.
Okay, let's throw some paint on this and see what it gives us. Yeah, we got to see what the gears show us. All right, so we need to paint the gear now to see if it's engaging properly, and if it's not, we pull it apart and try again.
So you're just gonna throw a little bit of paint in these spines?
Yeah.
How's that gonna tell you anything?
We'll see. So now that we have paint on here, we're going to you can see it's really far out over there and really far in over here. So you can see the worn spot right there, no good. And versus the other side is on the outside, I can't remember the term. We're gonna look through this book right here. It's gonna tell us what's good. Why? Why is it weird?
I don't know, I'd have thought there was like a more... measurable what?
What's more measurable than the visual? My micrometer is spot on. We didn't even have to break out this measuring doohickey. Things are good. Things are looking well. Backlash is good. Come here. You hear that? Yeah. That's backlash. That's good. That might be a little light, but what I'll do, since I don't even have enough shims in here, it's supposed to be a press fit in. Since I don't have enough shims in here, what I'll do is I'll add the skinniest shim I have to get the right load in here. I'll add it to this side and I'll push it away. Just a fair bit more backlash. The reason I don't preload it properly right now is because I want to take this thing in and out without using a pry bar. Because that sucks. Have you ever tried to pry a bowling ball out of a crevice? A sharp bowling ball.
So I would think that you don't want any, why do you want a little bit?
Because metal expands when it heats up. I think we should pull it apart and throw a tiny shim. I want to pull that pinion out and check it. We put a new shim behind the pinion to get it pushed further towards the gear, just because I think personally, from what I could see, that's what it looked like it needed, and I don't need glasses, so we did it. Let me show you this. This is like showing. I don't know what this is like showing. This is like showing your home address on the internet. This is your ring gear pattern. What?
I don't think that's quite the same thing.
It's pretty much the same. We can seal her up. All right, so took a little bit of work, but it's done. All right. All right, so we finished up the rear and we went ahead and did the front diff as well, and we just kind of skipped over it because it's the same as the rear. Not exciting. So Zach is gonna put on the front diff cover now, and then I'm gonna start pulling the tires off, I guess, so that we can get the axle stuffed in there, and we'll be able to drive this thing out, maybe, if the carb works. We'll see.
You don't sound very confident.
I don't know, it didn't run very good before. One thing I do always torque is my spacers. Alright. I need you to smile.
Always smiling.
Happy, genuine smile. Alright, so part of getting this Ram Charger back on the road is getting the taillights replaced. They are kind of hammered, and I just have some tape over them right now. Do you mind not crinkling that thing?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm tired of getting pulled over, so I got some replacements here. I got these taillights from my buddy Tim from Decent Garage on YouTube, and we're gonna throw them back on, and hopefully the cops will leave me alone.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one to straighten out a little bit.
Is that all that we're really holding that on? That's sad.
I think we'll be able to make this one work. At least it's a little bit closer.
This side, however, is not good. Oh, I'm seeing something here. If we pull those tack welds, we can probably pop that out pretty good. Woo. I was getting it out the door. I think we left less than a week later, like 3 days maybe.
Wow.
It makes the damages not look so bad.
Your holes needed. Oh wow, that one goes up really. That one needs shifted over just barely. These two are kind of off though.
Okay.
This one needs to be worked that way. So does that one.
That needs to go back.
Oh man, you're gonna have to rename this thing. The sorta kinda.
Not bad. We'll put this together and we'll see. I'm pretty sure this one goes into here, and then this one goes into here. But I'm probably wrong. Okay. Headlights on. Step on the brake.
On or the second click?
The first click is marker light, so like tail lights and stuff on the brake. Nice. Blinker. Okay, perfect. That is all.
Reverse?
Sure, try reverse. Yay! Okay, that's all. it is.
Nice.
All looking kind of good. How is it for shutting? Nice. There's one. Taillights fixed, working, they look good. But in the process of destroying the rear axle on the Onx Challenge, we also destroyed this shock because it was clocked wrong after a previous challenge. We need to get it rebuilt. We ended up breaking the hose for the reservoir on it. So let me show you. All right, so if you can see this right here, it was like knocked loose, and that got crushed up here. I think right there actually is the point that it actually broke it. But there's no more pressure in the shock and no more oil.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Nope.
Hey, it works a little bit right there.
Right there, huh?
Yeah, right there. Oh. And there was a little bit of oil in there.
It's empty. So you got an Allen set screw to take out, and then we can take it.
I don't know if that's the greatest for that.
Well, probably because you can't get on it tight enough. Nice. We have no idea what we're doing. All right, so this is the piece that broke. It broke off that end right there. It's supposed to have a threaded end on it. Both sides, this is what it's supposed to look like. So we'll get that put back on there, get it hooked back up to there, and then get it primed.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. We don't really have nitrogen. So we should probably get on that. We probably can't go back in until we do have nitrogen, because then it will start like doing weird cavitation stuff. Probably tear itself apart.
You can probably just take this thing
Down.
down
Yeah.
and get it charged up pretty quick.
Okay, get ready to hand me this stuff. Because this goes in here like... It's to the top. Looks pretty good, don't you think?
Whether or not we did it right or not, who knows?
We did it right. Alright, so Zach and I got the shock kind of rebuilt. We just need some nitrogen in the bottom of it. I don't have a nitrogen fill kit here, or at least I don't have the bottle. So we're probably going to take this down to my dad's shop, who does have a bottle somewhere. And then we can get it put back on the Rad Charger. Sweet.
Heck yeah.
I think
That was too easy.
I think so. Yeah.
If we did it right.
We did. Good morning. We're here at Matt's Off-Road Recovery. I forgot my dad is out of town though. He's on his way to Florida to go race Cletus's Freedom 500. That's super cool, and I'll actually be joining him. I leave tomorrow. But meanwhile, we need to continue prepping the Rad Charger for Zach to take to Hole in the Rock with his family. Let's go see what's happening in the shop. Putting a mustache on the Mona Lisa?
That's what's happening.
I imagine you're moving the seat.
Yes. We got to make it comfortable for Ed to sit in. If he can't sit in it, he can't drive it. That's no fun.
And then that's the gauge that we're going to use. Thank you.
So you're saying we should all stand back, let it blow up on you?
Yeah, it's probably not even safe to come in here, honestly.
Yeah.
You get no pressure.
Zero pressure, because I just barely set this up.
Okay. Well, it should start going as soon as this cracks open. You want 200?
Yeah.
100.
Let's do 150.
Here we go. I hear gurgling. You can always let some out. You know what your other ones are at?
Maybe 200? I think these are set up at 200 from the factory.
See what that, is that settling in a good spot?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
It's that simple, Zach. I just don't have a nitrogen bottle. I have the kit.
Does that feel about right? Is this on the Rubicon? What's this on? I've never seen this up close.
Yeah.
This is such a cool rig.
All the damages and everything.
It's had a short, very hard life.
It has.
Cool. I love your paint job too, man.
Thanks.
That turned out awesome.
We got the shock put back in the Rad Charger. Thanks Tom and everyone else at my dad's shop for helping with that. And now we just need to take it for a little test drive, and then I think I'm gonna let Zach take it on a trip because I have other things to do and can't go with him, but gotta make sure it's tip-top shape.
It's gonna be a long drive, so.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go take it for a ride. It looks like there's some rocks up here to play on. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Low. I think she's good.
It works.
That is. She needs some more work, some more fine tuning, but that was working.
Hey, crap.
She runs pretty bad right now, but at least we know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to get a EFI. proper EFI setup on it.